Yo, so we got our main dude, Hyung-sik, freshman in college, looking like he just walked out of your average manhwa, but low-key still a total gooner, especially around this absolute goddess of his department. Yu Young. She's packing energy that could power a small country, intimidating everyone, and somehow, she's actually vibing with our boy. Lucky him, cursed him, either way should have been me, just saying. So, these two eventually start dating, and you already know what's coming for all the degenerates out here. We hit the legendary slippery banana peel showdown. Bro goes full mad lad, swinging his glowing spaghetti noodle of doom like he's about to challenge the laws of physics itself. His face instantly contorts in a full-on grumpy, raccoon overlord mode. Absolute primal chaos. But then, oh boy, the goddess herself. Yu Young? Face goes ghost white. Not because a raccoon-ape hybrid is attacking. Nah, she shook for one reason only. The glowing spaghetti noodle, barely the size of her baby pinky finger. Yep, literal microscopic noodle energy. She looks at him and is like, hell nah, and dips faster than a greased penguin on ice. And just like that, slippery banana peel showdown ended, at least for now. Next day rolls around, and boom, news about his fun-sized weapon of mass disappointment spreads faster than my uncle disappearing to buy cigarettes and coming back as a guest in someone else's Netflix series. Whole campus caught wind, and suddenly everyone's clowning on him like it's open mic night. Hyung-sik knew right then and there, this is it. This is his legacy. This is how he's getting remembered in the yearbook. Most likely to wield a USB-sized Excalibur. With no options left, man hits the eject button on life and signs up for the military. Better to face bullets than campus Wi-Fi memes. 2 years fly by, and our boy Hyung finally levels up. New apartment, rooftop view, so clean it looks like DLC content. Life's looking sweet. Then the landlord shows up. Bald dude, shining harder than a freshly waxed bowling ball, starts yapping about who knows what. But Hyung is not listening. Nope. His goon radar suddenly locks on a movement across the street. And there she is, a blonde NPC built like a final boss, packing 2 XXL physics-defying airbags that could probably crash Microsoft Flight Simulator. Man was frozen, stunned like his Wi-Fi just cut out mid-anime finale. If it were me, I'd already be mid-air parkouring across that gap, even if it means respawning with 2 broken ankles. But Hyung? Nah. Just as he was about to load into that conversation cutscene, his PTSD DLC from Yu Young unlocked. Bro folded faster than a laundry machine on spin cycle. Hyung walks back into his new crib, ready to unpack when something feels off. Place was too furnished, like IKEA themselves paid rent here. Suspicious. As he snoops around, he stumbles on a pair of glasses. Random drip? He picks it up, puts it on, and boom. The thing suddenly goes Windows XP startup mode in his face. Out of nowhere, a robotic Siri voice says it's going to register his body stats, and it might hurt. Before bro can even rage quit, the pain hits like a Dark Souls boss one-shot. Next thing you know, knocked out cold. He wakes up like, bruh, what in the Google Glass is this? Then the system pulls up his character sheet, confirming the forbidden truth. Man still carrying a USB-sized flash drive instead of a sword. But hold up, the system throws him 10 free upgrade points. He opens the shop, and it's stacked with all kinds of buffs, muscle gains, stamina packs, probably even hairline restoration DLC. But Hyung's eyes? Locked onto one thing only. The legendary potion that could evolve his heat-seeking Nerf dart into a full-blown thermonuclear warhead. Without thinking, bro slams his points down, potion spawns in front of him. He hesitates for 0.2 seconds, then goes full Sigma, guzzles it down like he's speedrunning a frat party. Seconds later, he checks under the hood, and bam. Evolution animation playing in real time. The USB stick is officially downloading the update pack. For the first time, Hyung sees his life turning around. At this pace, he's destined to become an S-rank gooner, maybe even unlock hidden boss status. Still, one question lingers. What kind of glasses are these? Loki looks like something Tony Stark would design if he quit being Iron Man and became Iron Simp. Soon, the glasses notify him that there will be quests for him to complete. Hyung is hyped. This is a once-in-a-lifetime power-up moment. But before he can even flex his new destiny, he hears someone calling his name. He looks up. It's the landlord's wife, Hyun-young, pulling up with a tray of rice cakes. And dear Lord, she's packing twin gravity-defying airbags that look like they could cushion a meteor strike. Hyung's eyes lock on like heat-seeking drones to those orbital anomalies. Then, out of nowhere, a hologram of her appears right in front of him. He nearly falls over. Is this the glasses glitching, or is life just trolling him? He plays it smooth, though, telling her she looks beautiful. She blushes, fiddles with her hair, and shyly asks if he could keep calling her by name. He nods like the gentleman gooner he is. Before heading out, she casually drops an invite. Dinner at her place. Only a brain-dead NPC would reject that quest, and Hyung definitely isn't built like that. As she leaves, Hyung sneaks one last glance at her rotund celestial bodies, and boom, the glasses throw up a massive 3D hologram of them like he just unlocked a secret cutscene. That evening, Hyung shows up at her place for dinner. Everyone sits down to eat, but let's be real. Our boy's eyes are locked on a Hyun-young's torpedo-grade chest mods like he's analyzing military tech. After the meal, the mood eases and they start opening up. Hyung shares that he's an only child, and in turn, he learns they have a daughter. Smooth as butter, he comments that their daughter must be gorgeous too, just like Hyun-young. The compliment lands, and she blushes again, cheeks redder than a raid boss weak point. Not long after, Hyun-young excuses herself to take a shower. The landlord waves Hyung over for more drinks. But before Hyung can even grab a glass, the cyber shades hit him with a side quest from hell. The mission: gain visual access to the orbital blimps. Time limit: 20 minutes. Reward: plus 10 points. Failure penalty: minus 5 points, and worst of all, his nuclear warhead would shrink back in a Lego set size. Hyung stares at the hologram like, bruh, this ain't a side quest. This is an Agent 47 DLC mission. Hyung is full-on sweating bullets. Then the landlord's kid calls, so the landlord has to bounce to the bus stop to fetch her. Perfect timing. Hyung tells the landlord it's all good, and the second the old man leaves the house, he sneaks back into the bathroom like a stealth main on a speedrun. He peeks in the bathroom first, and a system window appears. Mirrors all glitched, so no points. The system's like IRL site required. So he slowly opens the door and instantly lands in the kind of scene fanfiction writers drool over, but reality never delivers. There she is, Hyun-young, calmly polishing her milk cannons and fluffing up her round pastry shields like she's prepping for a bake sale boss fight. The system notification pops up. Quest complete, plus 10 points. Then the system window drops a bonus mission. New objective: deploy the confetti cannons while in situ. Complete it, and you snag an item. Fail, and you'll get a stat penalty. Hyung freezes, then his inner demon kicks in. Seeing her like that turns him into the greasiest NPC energy possible. He hits accept without thinking. What follows gets wilder. She starts tending her little garden of confetti, apparently a place where celebratory ordnance grows massive in peak conditions. Hyung is staring like someone who just found a secret cutscene. As they're both about to ascend to the final form of peak human performance, Hyung-sik, the greedy gamer he is, decides the base POV isn't enough. The glasses instantly open a 4K cinematic zoom pack just for him. Seconds later, boom, both of them hit straight nirvana like a co-op ultimate finisher. Quest cleared, but oh hell, landlord just returned. Hyung panic speedruns back to the couch and pretends nothing happened. Smooth, almost. Before he can dip, the landlord's daughter, Park-jia, walks in. And bruh, she's also rocking dual shoulder, milkers that could end civilizations. She casually invites Hyung out for drinks sometime, and of course my man locks in that quest with zero hesitation. Later, while he's scrubbing off his sins in the shower, Hyung starts thinking, yo, if these quests keep escalating, I might actually end up with jail. But then again, once in a lifetime loot drops don't come back. He slaps the glasses back on and gets rewarded with a new active skill: the ability to scan people like he's running them through a Google search in real life. As for his remaining points, man blows it all on rocket fuel for the missile upgrades. Next morning, Hyung swings by the landlord's place again, this time trying not to stare like a busted NPC. They start hanging like actual neighbors, the awkward guilt slowly buffering out. You'd think he'd level up into a decent human, right? Nah. From that first peep session to now, my man's been abusing the glasses replay mode to spawn hollow versions of Hyun-young and stare at her legendary chest cannons on a loop. One rooftop afternoon, the blonde bombshell from day one respawns out of nowhere. Hyung instantly slaps the glasses into zoom mode for a full cinematic inspection. Mid-zoom, the system chimes an emergency quest. Launch 3 yogurt rounds in 3 minutes. No time to think. He scrambles, crafts the rounds like a speedrun chef, all while still peeping through his HUD. Plot twist. While he's forging loot, the blonde actually clocks him. He freezes, does the classic just stretching, moonwalks away like nothing happened, and convinces her she hallucinated. Reward pops. An item that buffs his missile by 50%. He banks the points for later. Then the system hits him with the big red text. Stop using the glasses, and everything reverts. Points, upgrades, all memory of the whole shebang wiped clean. Quitting? Not an option in Hyung's quest log. He straight up says he'd rather in a jail DLC than give up this power. Later that evening, Hyung heads over to the Landlord's for dinner. Baldy's flexing about the fish he caught, but our boy's radar is locked on Hyun-young. She's casually shifting chairs. Her calcium cannons aren't fully covered. Hyung's eyes glaze like a man possessed, drooling like a busted NPC. Lucky for him, she's none the wiser. Back in his room, he slaps himself mentally for being a creep, but immediately replays the footage. Just as he's gearing up, Hyun-young shows up at his door with some fruits. Hands dirty, she asks to wash them. She steps into the bathroom, and that's when Hyung realizes her personal item is in there. The same one he stole and launched yogurt rounds at during his first epic quest. Panic mode activated. She comes out, sits down, and casually asks, "Why is my personal item in there?" Hyung instantly knows he's cooked. He tries to dodge, but his brain is mush from too much edging. He ends up confessing straight up that he stole it. At first, Hyun-young gets it. Curiosity, surprise, pocketing it, but the washing part? Nah, she can't comprehend that. Hyung tries to talk his way out, but she's already dialing the cops. Bro goes full action hero, snatches the phone, and ends the call. Hyun-young is fuming. He apologizes, flopping like a caught NPC. Then the cops call back. Of course they do. And Hyun-young drops the ultimatum. Last chance, Hyung. Spill it, or she takes over the call. Eventually, he folds entirely, confessing everything. She's disappointed, and Hyung floods the room with apologies, hoping folding enough will earn forgiveness. She asks how many times, and he admits a dozen times because he just can't stop thinking about her epic calcium blasters. Suddenly, she spreads the abyss toward his face and starts teasing the shotgun yogurt launcher. And of course, it locks and loads instantly. Our boy can't handle it any longer. He yells at her to stop. Hyun-young figures he's finally learned his lesson, so she eases up, but not for long. She immediately orders him to reveal what he's packing and start cleaning it right away. Hyung, the wild beast he is, knows this might be a bad idea. But backing down? Not part of Hyun-young's playbook. Since he won't comply, she takes matters into her own hands. That's when she realizes she just unleashed the Kraken. The beast is free. At the exact same moment, the system slaps him with a new task. Fire the ranch rounds at Hyun-young for 20 points. Cue a little flashback, the skill that shows him her feelings activated earlier. That's why he knew she'd forgive him if he folded. But he also noticed her gooning levels skyrocketing. That's why he admitted he'd done it a dozen times, to boost her stats even more. Then he goes next level, using the extra points he saved on growth serum, plus the 50% temporary amplifier he grabbed from the rooftop mission while she wasn't looking. Result? Hyun-young gets to witness the beast in all its glory. Hyun-young hesitates and tells him to just do it solo. She didn't expect him packing a 50 calories beast. But naturally, she can't resist. She starts inspecting and playing with the dual footballs herself. Hyung decides to crank her excitement even further before firing the ranch rounds. He checks all the data he's collected and realizes she's most hyped when he does the unexpected. So he goes full mad lad, telling her to explore the private cave while he recounts in full detail the first day's yogurt launching adventure in her room. Excitement levels? Off the charts. Things escalated, and well, we all know how that went down. Hyung finally completes his quest. Hyun-young slowly comes back to her senses, quickly slips out, and through the glasses, Hyung-sik sees it all. She's disappointed in herself, no doubt. That night, Hyung-sik jolts awake to find Hyun-young stepping into his room.